No, Jade's on. Oh, it's funny when you put the record on, it shows up as a guest on mine.
Oh, interesting.
That little blue thing, I always wondered, but now I know where it came from. It's once the record button. So we're live, right? Because I think that's it. All
Yes.
right. Yeah. I'm assuming so. I'm not hearing anything, but okay. So this is a mayor manager meeting. It's 8:31, and in the room, Teams room is Linda Olson, Alex Dortek, Jade Truscott-Reed, Nathaniel Sierra, Shawn Lewis, Stephanie Carlisle, and our guest recorder, which is our tech. It's simply the recording. It shows up on my screen. All right, so let's we did lots of timing on this last week, right? For the next week?
Right.
No?
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
Didn't we say we were to start at 5:30 or at least?
Yeah, and
15 minutes.
I don't remember if it was Jackie that emailed me last night during the meeting, which I don't, if people are thinking they're going to get a hold of me during a meeting, I really don't look at email. So text might be better, although I try to, yeah. But anyway, I felt badly that after the meeting, I had not mentioned that we're starting at 5:30. So could we send out an email today to tell council that we're starting early, the DDAs?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can do that.
And then, yeah, and then we never got any feedback from those questions. I don't know. Did we know if Brad got any, Shawn?
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of either.
Okay, so maybe Nathaniel, did you look at them?
I did. I thought they were good.
I thought they were excellent. Yeah. Maybe a lot to get through.
I was going to say it might take. I think that's the reason why we increased it to 15 minutes per person. So.
Yeah. Do you think we can do all those in 15?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So maybe send out an alert today, and then the questions again. See, these are the questions. We just want to make sure everybody saw them early, and so they didn't plan.
So we had 7 questions, if I remember correctly, right? 7 questions, and then.
Yep.
Okay.
They might ask us questions, but we don't know anything. I mean, it's not like we know how this is going to go. Oh yeah, I know how keeping it beautiful works. Okay, and we still have.
Mayor, you bring up a good point. Will we have someone from staff as well as part of these meetings if there are any further questions about the DDA and the responsibility and the role or something along those lines? I'm not sure how comprehensive, Stephanie, your information was to applicants, but kind of curious now.
Yeah, so we've just been working closely through community development. So are you saying that you may want community development representatives available for questions?
Yeah, I was thinking Director Power or
perfect.
Whoever they feel would be, would do it.
We need
or Director Power. Certainly, we can we make sure that they would have somebody there, and I think they'd appreciate that as well.
It would be nice. They just need to know that their answers have to be really succinct because we have to run this really fast.
When we send something else out to all the applicants, we are just finalizing the times and the schedule. So what we can do is we can kind of put together, we're going to be tight for time. We want to make sure that we can kind of prompt them to make sure they know to give us.
Well, that's great. I was thinking of our staff. So.
I got you. Oh, yes, of course. Okay.
I think we can get really down rabbit holes with DDA because we get excited and everything, and not rabbit holes, but really important stuff too. And I just want to make sure, that they answer as well as they can quickly. Okay. Go ahead, you all.
For March 15th?
Yep.
All right. This is a study session, or 2 study session items rather. 3? Let's see. No, 2. Budget basics, funds overview, and preview of the budget cycle for 2022. And then the DDA review. I don't know
What
what
is
this
that?
is. Jade? I don't
I'm
think
sorry,
Jade.
what was the question?
What is DDA review?
Well, you guys were going to discuss, there wasn't going to be time for deliberations after the interview, so you wanted to have the deliberations of the applicants at this meeting.
I wonder if we should do that first. Do you think? And then get.
Yeah, and then the budget basics. Okay.
And maybe add on that for our information next time that it's DDA applicant review, maybe. And then next is a public hearing on vacation of right-of-way for Alpine. Appointment of EAF and EMERF board members. Motion for electronic records and information management system RFP. And
Shawn, we may need to coordinate that differently with our, is that going to be more in April, Shawn?
I think so.
Okay.
Mayor, as I mentioned to you, this one, we're going to need a budget amendment on this one. And so we probably will need to push that down.
Okay.
2021 sodium hypochlorite bulk chemical purchase for Allen Treatment Plant. 2021 sulfate bulk chemical purchase for Allen Water Treatment Plant. Enterprise Fleet Management recommendation. Excuse me, and then surf replacement equipment purchase for 4 units through Deere and Company. Surf vehicle replacement purchase, 2 units through Transwest Truck Trailer. A lot of purchases. Purchase of 6 units due to replacement for through Daniels Chevrolet, and surf replacement vehicle purchase 10 light duty pickup trucks through John Elway. And then we have some first readings. Let's see, first reading of an ordinance of stormwater bond issuance. Care of animals is the Title VII amendment from last night. A site plan development for Winslow Crane. Vacation of a portion of West Cornell. Vacation of a portion of South Huron. And then an executive session regarding acquisition of property.
Yeah, so all of the Winslow property ones are no's because we didn't have a unanimous, and they need, I don't know, I don't get how we're going to do this for Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, Mayor, I think what we will need to build the agenda as we usually do, and then there would just need to be a motion to bring certain items up.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
then I'll just coordinate with him on what time we
Okay.
think we're going to be able to get to some of the business, and then ask him.
Yeah. So the agenda will look as it always does, and we will just do motions to move agenda items up.
But will any of the others of these not be able to, like, we have 6.
Let's
yeah, I
see.
was going to ask a question of Alex. Is do we need 5 because we had 7 as part of the public hearing? Because I know we passed other ordinances with just 4 members.
No, you have to have 5 for a quorum. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you asking how many people need to successfully pass?
Right.
Because you have to have a majority of the council for an ordinance, so it has to be passed with 4.
But that's for any ordinance, but specifically, I guess now talking specifically for the Winslow property ones that went through public hearing. Do we need 4 for that, or do we need 5 for that? In order for it to pass. In order for it to pass, I guess.
I'll have to get back to you, Daniel. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because last night it sounded like we needed. Yeah, still too early. I haven't gotten to my coffee, but yeah, I guess you understand what I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't recall those being super majorities or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they are either, but I don't want to say absolutely not when I'm not 100% confident.
Jade or Stephanie, can you scroll back up to the top and make sure we have time frames? Let's see. So we have on the budget basics, 15 minutes for us. I can't imagine it'd be more than 15 minutes for you all, Mayor, but.
Okay. And then 30 minutes on the DDA. Okay, yep, that makes sense.
And then the DDA applicant review, that's your own 30 minutes that you've already assigned, I think. So that's a 45-minute. Are you going to want to have a discussion, a study session discussion on replacement of a council member, or?
Yes.
We just need to figure out where to plug that in the budget, some budget stuff.
This is the kickoff of the budget stuff, right?
It is, and I suppose we could work in, maybe keep that brief, because, you know, we do have some recommendations for you on the expenditure of both CARES Act reimbursement as well as carryover from 2020, as well as some funding from the unassigned fund balance. So at some point, other things are waiting on that budget discussion.
Okay.
For instance, the one we just moved off for the records management system. So we do need to plug that in somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's look at the next meeting though.
We need to have the council member replacement next week though, which is, you know, how we want to go about soliciting applications for that, and then last time we interviewed people and then couldn't, you know, we had a 3-3 vote on who it was, and then of course we had to do a special election, which the person we all wanted was the one who won. Oh, Daniel. What a fiasco. I hope that doesn't happen this time, but
and we have 30 days for the appointment
or a decision to go to a vote, go to the people, right?
Yeah, I mean, the charter says you shall appoint.
Yeah.
But I do understand how it went last time.
Was that not? Oh, okay. Well, we should not be doing that. Let's hope we don't do that then. That we get.
It's a shall appoint, but given that you can't appoint when you're split 3-3, there's really no other solution than to go to the voters.
Right. That's
Again, hopefully we avoid that, but.
It says you shall try to appoint.
It says that?
No, I'm just being facetious.
Oh.
You had me worried there for a second, Shawn. I was like, wow, I missed that part.
Well,
it does sound like they should be trying to, you know, appoint per the charter, even if they can't get a,
right.
You know,
well, this is what it says. It shall choose by majority vote within 30 days.
Yeah.
So that's where the language, I guess, if you can't get a majority vote, then that would be something different.
Yeah. So, well, let's, Alex, probably what we're going to need is some information of, okay, so we appoint someone, how long is their term? Do we do 2-year terms starting in the fall where someone, it's very complicated and it could get really messy. So we need all the legal stuff, what we're doing with it.
And this, I can answer that mostly right now in that they are appointed until the next election.
Of that position.
Yes. And then my advice on that would be that election then would be to fulfill the remainder of Mr. Stone's term.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's
to keep us on that same cycle.
So someone would be, this is what I think is unfortunate. Someone would be campaigning for a 2-year seat in the fall.
Correct.
Which seems like an awful lot of work for a 2-year, but maybe someone only wants to do 2 years. So whatever. Or is it an appointment until the election of the term or election of the actual seat or the next election? Is that how it reads? I didn't look at it last night.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's an appointment to fill the way I'm reading it, it's an appointment to fill the term, or not to fill the term, to till the next preceding ensuing general municipal election.
Yeah, okay.
So it'd be an appointment for probably these next several months, and then it would be a vacancy position on the ballot to fill just that 2-year remainder of the term.
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
So it's an 8-month service with a if they wanted, or then anybody can run for the seat in November.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That
All
needs
right,
to
so would you like for us to add discussion of council member appointment
Yes.
to this study session or a study
Yes.
session item?
Yes, and if you can get the budget thing down a bit, that would be great.
Okay,
If
definitely.
we can't, we can't. And if there's anything else in the rest of the budget that we can take out, I am concerned that we have one less council member here, that it's going to be there on the 15th.
Mayor, so did you want to do it on the 15th when
Yeah, I forgot about
Member
that.
Anderson won't be there, or did you want to do it on the 8th?
No, the 8th for the DDA interviews.
Yeah. There won't be time for a study session item that night.
Yeah. We have 13 candidates for those interviews, is that right?
Yes, correct.
Have we already told them 15 minutes?
I believe Jackie's just finalizing the schedule now, so we didn't tell the applicants how much time, so we can manipulate that at this point if we need to.
What is in the applications for them? Is there a lot in there, or are they scanty like sometimes our boards and commissions, people don't even, they really did do good work in putting stuff together, I hope, right, for this?
Yes.
So we have more to go on than a normal board and commission appointment. And if we didn't, maybe that's a good example. We're not really interested either. Well, I'm worried about making them 10 minutes. If you're trying to cut it down, Shawn, I get what you're trying to do, but I don't know, 15 times.
15 is the max, so they don't have to use the entire allotted time. So I'd be comfortable keeping it at 15.
Gotcha.
Should we just prepare people that we may go late in order to get it might not be that big of a deal to discuss the council thing if we get enough info out to everybody and a process.
I agree.
And just send it out and say this, and then is everybody approved? We'll go forward on this. Alex, I'll work with you on that.
Okay.
So it's 3.25 hours if we didn't take a break for 15-minute intervals. So obviously 4 hours total probably is what it's going to be for that. But I think we have to.
Well, it's only
before 9.
9:30.
We were done before 9 last night.
Word.
Okay, let's keep moving. I think we got it. Thank you for noticing that, Othaniel. Of course, we should be doing this next week, not the 15th.
Yeah.
Okay, March 22nd, we are going to be looking at the following study session items: City of Inglewood Sewer Connector District's rate analysis, Unified Development Code assessment, Malley Trust Fund expenditure recommendations, monthly financial report, and discussion regarding sale of city properties. And that's if needed, I believe, based on, yeah. Can you scroll down? Was that the last of those, Jade?
No, it looks like there's one more.
Jade or Stephanie, can you scroll down? Oh, okay, so that was the last item was. Okay, I think we're on April 5th. Do we have any questions about the previous meeting?
Go ahead. I think I do. Let's time this all out. Let's look at it for a sec. These are all.
Go ahead, Mayor.
Can we go back to the 15th just for a sec? We have an executive session that night. We have a public hearing that night. How many things do we have on consent? We haven't done that yet, right? I'm having trouble reading this. Maybe I should pull up my own.
It looks like all the purchases look like, Shawn and I could be wrong, are those all routine maintenance purchases that could probably go on consent?
I feel like they are.
Yeah.
They're all in the budget. They were all budgeted for, right?
Yes, with the exception of the records management, which we're going to move back.
Okay,
And
let's put them all on consent. And then, yeah,
Mhm.
if somebody pulls it, they pull it. But
okay, even the fleet management recommendation? Is that one too,
That's-
Shawn?
that's the new thing, right? That we talked
It
about in
is.
the session.
Yeah, you had a
we
study
should probably
session.
not.
Let's put
Oh,
that one
your
on
fault.
regular. So it's probably gonna.
Okay, well, that will help definitely with the flow of that meeting.
How many do we have then on consent?
What was that for?
Sorry, I think Jade might be having trouble with her microphone. So I don't know, Jade, if you could hear us, or if you could, I think she was having trouble with her microphone last night during the meeting as well for the timing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I bet she's chatting us.
Oh,
Yes, 4 items. She is chatting us.
okay. I never think to look at that. Okay.
And she's asking if we would like Eve on the agenda on it.
I would say yes, Eve and Emer.
I'm having trouble seeing all of it because my teams from DU is also popping up in the chat. My
Oh.
coordinator is messaging me, and it's like, who is talking to me? This is weird. I can't be on one team's. Well, anyway, it's complicated, but this is weird. I'm seeing Jade and I'm seeing Nicole.
Okay.
All right.
She's asking if the appointment of the EAF and EMERV boards can be on consent.
Is this just the traditional?
It will be undoubtedly pulled off.
Yeah, it will be.
So I think just no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the vehicle replacements, I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so actually that really, if those can stay on consent, it does whittle that agenda down quite a bit, Mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Winslow. The second readings are where? There, okay.
So she said there's a total of 6 on consent.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4. How many more on regular? 6 on regular?
Yes, correct.
Good work, Jade.
And a public hearing and an exec session, so.
Wow.
Hey.
Some of
That's
those
not-
are not flexible because they have deadlines. Let me just see if there's anything else that could be moved down. Jade, if you could just scroll up a little bit. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry about this.
It's all right.
I think Stephanie saw DocuSign come in this morning, so I'll make sure I get it done when we're done here.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so Jade, I don't know if you can scroll down. I hope you can hear us, even though you're not able to use your mic. Yeah, perfect. We just need to see the bottom of this meeting. Oh, there. Let's look. And then those are all the second readings, which we were going to move to the beginning of the meeting. So, or wherever in the meeting.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want an earlier start time for this study session?
Oh my gosh, we might need to. What do you think, Nathaniel?
Well,
Rather start early or go late?
well, I guess we could start early. There's open questions about when Joe can meet. I'm also wondering whether or not we do an executive session without Joe. So
It's gotta be the key on that to decide whether can that be moved or not.
well, I'm concerned that we're going to have an executive session and then potentially it would be on the agenda the week after. And if a council member wasn't there, we have 5 voting on it.
Yeah.
I
mean, the attorney can speak directly to member Anderson though, right? That's
true. That's true. Yeah, starting early, I guess I would be open to starting early. I guess we can ask council if they would be okay starting early back-to-back weeks.
okay. Let's ask on the 8th then.
Right.
So let me forget that.
We'll send,
Alright.
we'll communicate that in both meeting start times in today's message.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Are we ready to move on?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So we're moving on to March 22nd. And first item, okay, so this is another study session. Yes. Study session. Oh, I've already read this. Okay. I've already done that with Jade. Okay, April 5th.
Can I go back up to March? So if we are following charter with the appointment within 30 days of the vacancy, that would put us at March 31st. So I know we don't have a meeting on the 29th because it's the 5th Monday of the month, but I do wonder if there would need to be either something, if you're ready on the 22nd, otherwise a special meeting of a special day at any point during those last couple weeks of March.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm on vacation the 22nd and the 29th, but of course I will call in, but just like great. I was really hoping for a night off, but I don't see how we're gonna be able to do this.
I mean, you could do a different day too if you wanted to keep the, we could call for a special meeting on a different day of either week. Yeah.
Right. I'm on spring break from
the
19th to the 31st. But I wasn't going to not come to any meetings. It would just be nice if the 29th was off, but I really don't want to. We probably need to talk about that on the 8th too with everybody, or maybe we should do a doodle poll or some sort of a, choice, like, yeah, because we're gonna have to find time to interview people.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, we'll probably be interviewing the week of the.
It's just a really tight turnaround.
Yeah, it is. We have until the 30th or the 31st? 30th, right?
31st.
31st.
So we might have to interview the week of the 22nd. People who apply, is that right? And then and then the week of the 29th appoint.
Yes.
And in case there's any confusion, there's no rule or anything that says you can't interview and appoint on the same day. I'm not suggesting that you should or shouldn't. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to start putting in some time there. Would you mind, everybody, if Alex and I worked at what do we need to do and what we did the last time? I don't know if there's record of it.
I have all of that.
Do you?
So
Okay.
Alex
yeah.
and I meet today and start working out some of the.
Of course, you were the one that worked on that. And I think I remember having 2 nights where we interviewed people.
Yes, we did have several applicants. So I think that was kind of, so I'll pull up all the processes that we ran in 2018 and work with Alex today, and then we can get that information out to you, Mayor, to then
Okay.
make decisions on dates.
Okay.
Alex,
great.
does that work for you? Yeah, I'm sure.
Sorry, my mute was on. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Of course, Stephanie, I don't know why I kept asking Alex. You're the one who's in charge of this kind of stuff, including Alex, but
well, we
great.
work hand in hand for sure, but I have all of the information that we can pull from.
Right. Okay. And then we'll come up with some possible scenarios and then probably, I think, send it out to council and ask for their feedback, and maybe sometime on the 8th, we'll have to make some decisions
Okay,
on
great.
how we're going to do it. Okay, great. Wednesday is a great day for me to talk about this. Oh, that's tomorrow. Oh, man. I get my second shot on Friday, so I'm anticipating having my weekend being not feeling well.
We should have information pretty quickly so we can meet and then get, preliminary information out to you.
Okay.
To then disseminate to council and maybe slot some tentative dates.
Sounds good. And then we have to start working on city attorney interviews. That's also coming up in
April.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, let's just go up through April and then do you want to just stop? Because we have so many other things pending. And what I'd like to ask you to do, Shawn and others, would be just to look through this and see what can wait. If it can, just because we're in this turmoil right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if it can't, that's fine, we'll deal with it. But if it is something that maybe we can slow things down a bit, I think that would.
Okay. Will do. Looking at April 5th, we have the Historic Preservation Commission, the requested meeting with that group. We have a study session on organized garbage and recycling collection, the RFP that will be put out for trash collection, and then a proclamation for Arbor Day, and a resolution to appoint members to the DDA. We have National Fitness Campaign Court Grant. This is the one I told council about during my one-on-ones last week, a grant that we got for a fitness court. And then we have renewal of AEC West contract for plan review services, approval of 2021-22 sustainability plan, first reading vacation of right-of-way for Alpine, ordinance for stormwater bond issuance, and then executive session for, I wonder why that's appearing again.
Yeah, I was wondering that as well.
That's a different executive session. That's focusing on sale of property, not acquisition.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I know what it is. Thank you.
And real quick, going back up on the, so Maria proposed the 12th and we suggested the 5th, but then the 5th will not work is that for the garbage? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The garbage.
So that one is going to come off and move down.
Okay, great.
All right, and then April 12th, you have city attorney interviews. And then we have, I think the jury's still out on the second day of interviews, sometime between the 13th and the 15th.
Have we had people respond to the doodle?
I think so. I just don't know what the verdict is yet.
Okay. When I was on it on Friday, there were only 4 of us that had responded.
Yeah. Well, you only need 2 more now. Sorry,
Oh,
not
yeah,
a funny
but-
joke.
What
Um,
John? I don't know. Maybe
well,
not.
that's true. The 19th, we have Citizen of the Year nomination and selection. So we're pushing that hard right now on social media. On the 26th, we have the monthly financial update, and that takes us through April.
Okay.
I did not get any council requests last night. Did I miss some?
No, I didn't get anything either.
I don't think there were any. I don't have any either in my little box I create on my notes. I think all of it was more just figuring out how to deal with the vacancy and construction. Good. I think we're done. Everybody okay with this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's 9:07 and this ends the mayor manager meeting. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.